You mentioned tech. You're exactly right. I think why we have seen the turbocharged culture that we're in right now towards evil is because of that, is because of tech. And when you read the book of Revelation, for instance, that's about Jesus coming back. It's about what's going to happen before he comes back and what's going to happen after he comes back. It lays it all out, written by the Apostle John 2,000 years ago on the Isle of Patmos. John was actually he was a prisoner at that point. He'd been exiled, and he wrote the book of Revelation. But throughout the last couple of thousand years, theologians, preachers, regular people like us would read Revelation and could not make heads or tails as to how this stuff was even possible. It sounded like science fiction. Like, how is this possible? For instance, one of them is the mark of the beast. Like, well, how it says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast or the mark of the system that's in place at that point. And nobody could ever understand, well, how in the world can you track everybody in the world and know how they spend their money and stop them from spending their money? How is that even possible? And then today in 24, we know about central bank digital currency. We know about globalism. We know about all these nations coming together that would love to just stranglehold the human population. So here we are, 2024. And I think today, the reason you're seeing a lot of people starting to wake up and pick the book up and start to read it and start to open up is because they can feel that these things are now happening. This is a new era, 2024 and beyond. It's a new era. It's probably part of what got you to wake up, that you're seeing all these things going, what am I really looking at? Because a lot of what you're seeing just defies logic altogether. And it seems so outside that it doesn't even seem human based. It seems like spiritual warfare, which is exactly what it is. It's good versus evil. It's righteousness versus wickedness. That brings us to where we are today, man. And unfortunately, pain is a great alarm clock, and so is fear. Both of those things wake people up. They always have, they always will. And we're going through a lot of pain and fear right now in our country and around the world. And I think that's why you're seeing people start to turn back to the truth.
Yeah, pain and fear gave me a jolt in this spiritual battle. Let's have a quick look at Revelation, your song. Got a clip from your video, John, that I want to check out. I watched it a couple of times. I love it. Check this out, everyone.
Brimstone upon their heads, millstones around their necks. They'll feel the shaking when the trumpet sounds. And no matter where they hide, there'll be nowhere to run when Jesus puts his mighty foot on the ground.
John reached out with Revelation. That what we're seeing is the showdown between, is that Archangel Michael and of the forces of darkness, Satan, El Diablo, the father of lies, the necromancer himself, having a showdown there, John.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. In the book of Revelation, it talks all about that. It says, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principalities and powers and the rulers of spiritual darkness of this earth. That's really what the battle and the war is. And the more we see going on in the world, at least for me, because I know what's really up, you can almost see it. I mean, you can see people who are controlled by one or the other. You can really see it. It's clear as a bell. And so I thought, man, I don't know what people are going to think about this song or about that video, but it hit me like a ton of bricks last fall. I was here at the house in Nashville, and all of a sudden it just washed over me, this chorus that you just played. And I was like, what is that? What am I hearing right now? It's like in my head. Grabbed a pencil and a piece of paper and an old guitar, and I started writing it down, wrote it in about an hour. And then I looked out my window, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? What am I mean, I'm a country singer. I put out popular songs. What do you want me to do with this song? And the answer back was, take it all the way to the mat. Take it as far as you can possibly take it. Make the audio as good as you can. Make a video that people have to look at. Make it that good. And then tell everybody about it. Anybody that will listen, show it to them. And so that's what I did. Russell, it's been incredible, the responses that have come from this. So many people, millions of people now have seen this video, have commented, whether it's social media, Rumble, YouTube, other places, and said, I just picked up the Bible for the first time in 15 years, and I'm now reading it. And I went, bingo, that was the point. to get people to wake up and realize this is way bigger than politics. This is way bigger than left and right, way bigger than culture. This is the ultimate that's going on right now. And to my point earlier, I think with the advent of tech and all the things that have happened, we don't know when this is all going to take place, but it's now possible for these things to take place. Those prophecies are not just in Revelation. They're in Daniel. Daniel talked about it 500 years before Jesus was around. He was talking about the whole thing. 2 Thessalonians, 1 Corinthians, Paul was talking about it. It's throughout the Bible, what it's going to be like in the end times. So thanks for showing a piece of that video, man. I still get a grin on my face when I see Michael come down, boom.
We can't continue to bring you this beautiful content without the support of our partners. Hey, this is exciting. We've got a great partner today. It's Rumble. But beyond Rumble, it's Rumble's latest venture. Let me ask you first, are you a Sleepy Joe type character with zero cognitive performance, struggling to muster focus and brain power for basic things like running the United States of America? You've got to stop drinking woke liberal coffee that hates you and your way of life and start your day by drinking Rumble's very own 1775 coffee. This is going to be the best tasting coffee you've ever had. Seriously good, ethically sourced from a family farm in the high altitude mountains of Bolivia. Not in the Bolivian lowlands, run not by a family but by a single man still living with a pet. No! Instead of waking up and drinking your big corporation owned woke ideology coffee that's probably making you sick from the pesticides it's sprayed with, try Rumble's 1775 revolutionary coffee. Support freedom of speech. Build a parallel economy that actually values you and loves you. My favorite? It's dark, of course. Level up your morning routine with a 1775 coffee. Sleep all night knowing your hard-earned dollary dues are going towards supporting freedom-loving creators like me on Rumble. Visit 1775coffee.com now. Pick up your first bag. Use the code BRAND to save 10% on your first order. Oh, come on. Why choose, you know? Okay, back to the content. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.